Hey, it's Nancy, Menopausal Mummy here, and today's post is a rant. So if you don't want to listen to a rant, switch off now, but I think you'll like what I've got to say, and I'm thinking a lot of you are probably thinking the same thing. So yes, here goes. So my face is all red and blotchy, so I'm feeling a bit menopausal today anyway, but the kind of flushed nature of my face is due to the fact I'm feeling incensed about a particular topic. So what's led me to do this post is I've just had my lovely, been on my lovely sofa social coffee club, loose women type chat with my girls, and we talk about lots of different things. One of the subjects was the clap for carers, NHS clap on a Thursday night. And I have to say, I got quite animated and a little bit arsey, to be honest with you, about it, because I feel that we have come to a point of not thinking about why we're doing what we're doing. And it has pissed me off, actually, if I'm honest. So yeah, what led me to think this was every Thursday for the last 8 or 9 weeks, or whatever it is, I literally don't even know what day of the week it is we have gone out and we've clapped for our NHS. And the first couple of weeks had real impact because it was new and we were thinking about what we're doing. The danger, I think, and please, before you get on your high horse, I'm not saying we mustn't do this. I'm saying we need to start thinking about why we're doing it. We need to go back to the beginning about why we are actually doing this. And what prompted this tirade of is my neighbours. So every Thursday, without fail, they are out there. They're the first ones out there banging the hell out of their pots and pans, and their young daughter is clapping her little heart out, and obviously she doesn't necessarily understand what's going on. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't be doing that. That's good that children should be made aware of what's going on. But what has really, really pissed me off is that they've been flouting lockdown laws big time. They've had people over, and I've heard them in the garden having a good old party, not once but twice this week. Said mother is supposed to be shielding, so I don't know what that's about. That in itself is a danger. But it would seem that people like that, who I would class as not particularly thinking people, who don't necessarily examine their motives for doing things, they just do things because they're expected. I wonder how much of the country are doing that, and why. So my post or my question is, have we become complacent? Are we really thinking about why we're doing what we're doing? Because it's really important that we do this with the right spirit, and do it with the spirit in which it was intended in the first place. It's because we need to be thinking about our NHS on the front line, and the clap for carers and all those people who are putting their lives at risk for us. And there are lots of them, unsung heroes, many, 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 many thousands, millions of them that don't even get any credit for what they do. And I'm not some do-gooder. I'm really not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of this particular neighbour that I'm mentioning. But that, I don't think that's the issue here. I've tried to remove my personal thoughts from this, my feeling from this rant, is that how many people out there are thinking about what they're doing on a Thursday night. And I would sort of suggest to anybody to go and watch Fergus Walsh's documentary. He's a BBC health correspondent, and at the beginning of lockdown he did this documentary when he went into St Thomas's Hospital and interviewed frontline staff about how things were then, and he's subsequently gone back, and it's interesting to see the comparison and how fearful staff still are, and they are literally there in their full hazmat gear. Obviously they can't speak to one another properly. They have to do it through communicate through walkie-talkies because they've got masks on, so you can't lip read. And again, what made me just fill up to the brim with respect for what they're doing is I ordered my first mask the other day, and I got it, and it was lovely. It's very stylish, and I went to the shops with it, but I felt really claustrophobic and quite panicked with it. I felt like I couldn't breathe. My glasses steamed up. I couldn't have a drink because obviously you've got to take it off, and that defeats the object of the exercise. So for best part of 45 minutes or whatever, only 45 minutes, it's nothing. It's nothing. And for those of you who know me, I'm constantly sipping my water, my squash. So to not be able to drink for 45 minutes nearly killed me. And obviously you can't have a proper conversation. So you know, everything you say, people are going, pardon, pardon, because they, you know, we don't realize how much we actually lip read. We look at people's mouths when they speak. And I say, these people are in full gear all day, all night, saving people's lives. And that just blew my mind. And we need to start thinking about watching things like that instead of just going out willy-nilly on a Thursday night, clapping the hell of it and not examining our motives. And as for those people who are making themselves social media stars from doing things on a Thursday night, shame on you. Absolute shame on you. There are some people doing stuff with the best of intentions. I know some people who who are going out singing, and that's bringing people joy. But there's also people out there who are doing quite show-offy things and look at me, and becoming a bit of a celebrity from doing it. And I think that is absolutely abhorrent, absolutely wrong. So examine your motives for what you're doing. This is not about you. This is about our NHS. Let's think about why we go out there on a Thursday night. Let's watch documentaries. We don't have to be news junkies, because that can be, you know, can mess with your head. But watch something like that and think about, you know, these people who, you know, who are actually doing what they do every single day, and they don't ask for anything. They don't ask for any praise or pity or anything like that. So please, next time you go out on a Thursday night and clap, think about what you're doing. This isn't a habit. This is something we should do because we love our NHS and our carers, and we should really be thinking about them. So yeah, if you want to hear any more rants, I don't rant a lot, but when I do, you know, please subscribe below. Nancy Stevens Arts and Style, and love you all loads, guys, and stay safe. Bye for now.